Alrighty, so what we are doing with Cora today is showing you her sits and downs and how we went from luring now to being able to say the command and her doing it. Still using treats, still encouraging her to sit with treats and stuff like that. But now it's progressed. As you can see, she's already giving me these behaviors because she's like, I know, we've been working on this, I know what we're doing. So I'll kind of show you the motion of my hand, the hand signals I'm giving her to sit and to down. And we'll also go over some loose leash, how to introduce the leash to your dog and what that looks like. So first we'll go off into sit. So what I'm doing is I ask her to sit and I'm raising my hand like this in that motion. So hand signal, I ask her to sit, I'm gonna give her a treat. She's been doing really good with her downs too. So she's like, I'll go to a down, I know what we're doing. So what I'll do is I'll get Cora out of that down position, kind of use my treats to lure her a little bit and try to get her up, ask her to sit. Nope, sit. Yes, good girl. Okay. So another thing we're working on is releasing her from that command. So she knows that, all right, I gave you the command, now you can get out of that command. So I'll kind of throw the treat, make her move a little bit, get away from me, and then I'll ask her to down. Good girl. So see, I use my hand, I pointed down to the ground in that motion. So I'm gonna ask her to down again because she popped up. Cora, down. Yes, good girl. Now she's progressing relatively quickly in the sense of holding this position for the most part, which is really great. Okay, good job. Now I say, okay, I can tap my leg and she's kind of free to get up. I'll throw the treat so she knows that she can be free from that down position. But she's doing really good about holding her sit command, holding her down command without me having to have a treat right here. Because with some puppies, might have to keep the treat here still a little bit until they kind of settle down in that position. Cora is holding it very well because she's a smart little cookie. Good down, good girl. So this is a progression of the lured sits and downs from last week now into she can do these commands by asking, using body language, using her hand signals, asking her to sit, and then pointing down, asking to down. Good girl. And since she's doing so well with that, we've also, she's had the leash on, so now we're kind of progressing it and turning it into more walking on the leash. So what that means is we have to get her to understand the leash pressure and what that means. So when she hits the end of the leash and she feels that pressure, I want her to know to come back to me. So we're kind of getting her in a position of walking with us and not pulling. So she understands, oh, I feel this pressure with the leash. What does that mean? I need you to come back to me and not pull me. So this is kind of what that looks like. Emily, if you wouldn't mind just using a toy, we're gonna kind of get her a little distracted because I want you to see
Cora.
She's a little toy, her food motivated.
Cora. Ooh, get it, Cora.
Yes, girl.
Ready? Oh, Cora.
Girl. So she felt a little pressure on her collar, and she came right back to me, and I got really excited because she's responding well. Good girl.
Puppy. Come on.
Good job. So I let her feel the pressure of the leash. Yes, good girl. And then I reward her for coming back. So she's learning, I have to come back to you when I feel this instead of wanting to go away from it or forcibly continue to pull, because we don't want that. We want her to have nice leash skills as she gets older. So I start walking with her a little bit, and I'm not going to be super strict on where she is, but what I do is I really just want her to be able to hit the end of the leash, feel that pressure, and come back. Good job, Cora. Good girl. So she's picking up on that very nicely, and we're going to continue to do our leash walking and understand the pressure all week. So the next week we can kind of fix it a little bit and make it a little more of a walking session. So yeah, that is what Cora's working on this week.
Cora.
You're so perfect.
Cora.
I did it. I did it.
You did it, guys.